Humanity restored. Okay. We're gonna kindle this bonfire just so we have our 10 Estus, because why not? Now, what happens when you kindle your bonfires, you get +5 to your Estus. Your base is 5. When you upgrade the bonfire, it gives you 10. Now, with the rite of kindling, you can get it to 15 and 20. So you will use 3 humanities on every bonfire, except the Firekeeper bonfires, which are already at 10 base. So, that's something to keep in mind. We can upgrade our flasks by how much they heal. Add water up there. By how much they heal, but also the capacity with the rite of kindling. So that's cool. Now we're just gonna run up here. We're going back to the dragon, because the dragon is the dragon, and the dragon is a dragon. So we can go through underneath, which is how most people will do it, which I say is dumb. Now, if you got that bow from earlier, you can shoot his tail from here, and when you do enough damage, I think it's about like 30, maybe 40, maybe even 50 arrows, which is quite a lot, and obviously you're probably going to miss a couple. You can actually get a one-handed sword off of him, and it's his tail sword, and it has a cool effect. It's pretty useful. We're gonna kick the guy off because he is cringe, and we don't like cringe, like I said earlier. We're not fans of cringe here. Now, what's gonna happen is if you come in there, you see the rats. Rats in this game are cringe. And we don't like cringe, because cringe is cringe, obviously. The reason we don't like them is because they do poison damage. So we're going to actually go the other way, and that's why I said some people will go that way. I do not like it. I think it is a horrible way to go. I would rather die to the dragon 100 times than ever have to deal with them rats, because I do not like getting poisoned. Also, behind the dragon is a very good reward. Just roll over here real quick. All those guys die, so you don't have to worry. Just hang in this corner right here. Just watch the dragon. Just want to keep watching him for about 10, maybe 15 seconds max. Not very long. He's going to get pissed that we're on the bridge, and he's going to come down and investigate because he's mad. See? And now we go. We're going to run through his legs. We're not even going to give him the opportunity. Get this. We want the gate open. I'll explain that in a minute. He's going to... okay. There you go. So now we rested. So now we have this bonfire. Also while I'm here, offer humanity. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh! I bugged out the game. There we go. So now we have increased the bonfire because these guys won't attack you. If you piss them off, for example, like that, they're not going to be very happy with you. This guy's still not even attacking. Maybe now will go? Huh. I've never actually tested this. I just know they don't fight back. So this is the sunlight altar. This is very important to the lore, which is also how you join the Sunbro Covenant. Now, Solaire over there is one of the Sunbros. I believe if you have, is it 20 or 30 faith by the time you get here, you can unlock the Sunbro Covenant. And obviously with that soul dupe that we did earlier, we're level 66, you can get 30 faith, no problem. Again, I'm not planning on doing any magic this game. It's just not something I'm interested in. So yeah, if you want to get your sunlight spears early, which are super strong, like they can do up to like, I think maybe like 600 damage per bolt, maybe 400. I think the lesser ones do 400, the greater ones do like 600, and sunlight spears do maybe about 700 to 800. It's pretty beefy damage. Why am I doing this? There we go. I keep forgetting this dagger's not upgraded, like, at all. So, like, fighting them head on is just not worth doing. I don't like dealing with you and your shield. There we go. Anyways. So, oh, he dropped the Titanite shard. That's cool, because we're going to need that later. So, we pillage his corpse. You got the... So, this one gives you a soul. This one is a god tier item. The Claymore. A lot of builds are done with this weapon. So, the Claymore is a great sword. It has a really cool moveset. It even gives you a little sheath on the back. Most weapons give you sheaths. Some are on your hilt, some are on your back. The bigger weapons give it to you on your back, obviously. So we get this on the bridge. Now, the bigger version of the Claymore is this Y-hander. Now, that's a big boy. It even has slamming movesets because it's so big. Well, I don't have the stats to wield this thing, so that's also probably another issue. But, you get this in the graveyard from earlier in the last video. So that's how you get this thing. It's a nice little tool to have. So yeah, pick it up. Especially if you want to do a strength build or you just like to look at the weapon. It's right there. It's very early game to get. And while we're here, we're going to check if we can actually move our souls around, because it's about time we level up. And we can. Cool. Okay, so we're going to go to drop, get that 999, brightness, glitch it out, go down to quick game, press that, okay, and boom. And that was a bigger cell cluster, so it was almost 1,000,000 souls. Well, closer to 800k, but that's still a lot though. We're gonna level up. We're gonna get some baselines in our strength and dex. I think, let's say maybe 25 in both would be good. Okay, well, we didn't get close enough, but we now have weapons other than a dagger to stab people with. I will actually keep the dagger because there's an enemy up here that I'm very interested in seeing how the fight will go. So this guy is kind of annoying, and by kind of annoying I mean like he'll get in the way for what we're about to do. Also, the pig, ignore the pig for right now. We'll come back. So, remember those rats from earlier? There's a ladder right here. I'll just slide down real quick. No, what have I done? What have I done? No. No. I hate you. You're so annoying. Anyways, these are the rats. This is that balcony from earlier. Also, there's this guy. He's cringe, like I said. We don't like cringe. I want to do a kick, not that. Screw that guy. Anyways, we're poisoned right now, so we're losing our health, and that bar on the sort of middle of our screen, the purple little droplet, that is poison, and it is eating away at our health. There's a different version of poison called toxic, which is far more deadly, and it is not fun. Also, I guess I should probably go over this right now. So, poise is, like I said, your ability to not get staggered while attacking. When you get hit, I have 0 poise because I'm not using heavy armor. Bleed resistance, so when you proc bleed, I think you do like 20% or 30% of the enemy's health. It is a pretty decent number, but you have to be able to get that number up there. Poison resistance, obviously, is resistant to poison, and the resistance is resistant to bleed. Obviously, all this is resistance. And curse, I explained that in the last episode. So we are dying of poison right now, which is not fun. But I do not care. We're just going to come down here. But I just wanted to show you guys where that would come out. And which is also why it's better to take the dragon head on, because the lever to lift up this gate is on this side, and you come out on that side. So you get stuck on this side without a bonfire right there to rest. So it's best to go past the dragon, like through him, and not underneath with the rats. Now, we have that taken care of. We're going to slow walk up here. I forget how tall the tower is, but I don't want to alert him just yet. So this is a Black Knight with Ultra Great Sword. If we are lucky, we might get his Ultra Great Sword. Now, Ultra Great Swords are like Great Swords, but bigger. They are stupid big. See? That is a very stupidly big sword. And I screwed it. Oh, okay. We'll do the thing. Come on. Oh, and it's the thrust one. Okay, well, that's because we're bad. 206, not bad. Up, up, up. There we go. And one more should do it. And what do we get? A chunk. This is a horrible run. Almost every other time I do this, I'll get every single one because of our boosted humanity stat, which gives us more drop rate. But, not this time it seems. We are going to run past these guys. Ignore the boar. He will do that. We do not care for him. So this guy over here that's running backwards is not cool. We don't like not cool guys. So what he's going to do, if you see he's pulling that lever, which is going to bring that down, that's not cool. We're going to pull that lever back up now. So the gate is down, and I'm stuck in a corner. This is always fun. I cannot move. This is quite the predicament to be in. Well, my tear stone is activated. That was a bad situation. Admittedly, I'm actually kind of surprised that I died. But it is what it is. We're going to defeat the boar next. Now, the boar you can kill in a couple ways. Anyways, now that that kid is dead, he's not going to run back. See? There's no one running back this time. Which is good, because we don't want them running back. So the easiest way to deal with these guys is to just, well, the easiest way to deal with the pig, I should say, is to get all these guys out of your way first. And here comes the pig, because I can't, I'm just bad. Anyways, so the pig, you come up right here. Oh my god, this is why I want to deal with this. Why am I so bad? I've done this like 100 times and now I'm fucking up when I want to make a video. Thank you. Much appreciated, pig. So, there are a couple ways to deal with the pig. So, you can get behind the pig and then you can thrust a knife up his ass. That does a lot of damage, as you see. And if you don't feel safe doing that, come right here. The fire will kill him. There's other ways you can do that. I'll show you in a second. There's a safer way to do it as well. But you can do the same trick with the fire, but a little bit safer. This guy up here is not cool because I said he's not cool, so... You must love their tracking crossbow bolts. It's epic. That took way longer than I was expecting. Anyways, so we have our Titanite shard. So this alluring skull, which you can use, it's an item that you can equip to your hotbar. And right here, as you will see, this guy right here, so he's chasing us, which is not cool. So what you can do with the alluring skulls, which is actually really cool, I need to mess around with them more because I don't know how effective they actually are. So, see? They don't care anymore. They don't even want to mess with you. Well, I mean, now they do, but... They're essentially distraction items, and you can get the pig, if you throw it into the fire, you can get the pig to burn. So, that's a little cool tip. Now, if you're a scrub like me who got hit by the boar 30 times back there, what you could do if you weren't able to get the gate back open, which let me collect my souls while I'm here because I want my humanity back. There we go. Probably should have done that, because you can get the head of the boar as a helmet. It's actually pretty good. It raises a lot of stats. But if the gate got closed, what you're supposed to do is come down here. Now, we don't like coming down here because it's just gank central. You want to get this guy before he goes on ahead, so you're not getting this happen to you. Hello? And you're gone. Ow. Now we have the master key, which we need for something else later. I'll show that later when we get it. We already have the basement key, which we can actually go do that whole area now, but we're not going to just yet. I will make a comeback to it later as a reminder. You kill those dudes, you can get on this beam right here, and you can get this item. Large soul cluster. Anyways, climb the ladder. The slow climb. I wish there was an item in here or something like that, or like an invisible wall. It'd be really cool, but there's nothing in here. And by the way, I mentioned invisible walls. Yes, they exist. Now, if you see, we're actually on where the alluring skull is. That was that body right there, and this is where the crossbowmen are. And right below us is the gate. So we're still not on the other side of the gate yet. Now, I'll chug up, just because why not? So, stealth in this game is based on how loud you are. The heavier your armor, the louder you are. So, if you want to make no noise, what you want to do is basically wear lighter armor. There's also rings and spells that you can use to muffle your footsteps, so you make no noise, which is pretty cool. But that's how you do stealth attacks right there. You just kind of get up behind them, don't make any noise, and then you backstab them because they're scrubs. So you're gonna come around this corner. This boulder knight over here is gonna be really mad, and he's gonna want to fight you. We don't like boulder knights because they're cringe. I scuffed that somehow. We're gonna parry him. Remember, if they have a shield like this, it's just best you kick it away, because them turtling up is not really worth your time. I usually skip a lot of this, but because I am kind of doing a playthrough, it's kind of important. So now we have that. This is how you're supposed to get around to the side if you get the gate closed. So there's a lever. We already got the key from the body on the ground, and now we can get this. I think I just got spotted. I did. Hello, boulder knight that spotted me. Anyways, we got a halberd. Now we have the gate open. We're going to run over here, across this broken bridge, and as you will see, there's a bunch of dudes. We're going to ignore these guys because we don't really care. Now, this guy right here is not cool, and by not cool, I mean he did a lot of damage and he big. So we want this item, and then we're going to get that, and we're going to come over here. This is an elevator, and that is a button that you stand on in the middle, and we get to go down. Now, if you can tell by the name, we're back in Firelink. I'll show you exactly where we are. I'm gonna get this first and come over here, run down these stairs, and here's Petrus, the evil bastard. Anyways, there's the tree, there's the cathedral, And here is the bonfire. Now, we're going to rest at it, because why not? We want to reverse our hollowing, why not? There's really no reason to do it other than to be able to get summons. Also, while being hollow, you can't be invaded, nor can you summon NPCs or actual player to help you, or just co-op in general. So this is our Firekeeper. What we needed that Firekeeper soul was, now we can reinforce our Estus using the Firekeeper soul. So now if you see down by our Estus, which is our bottom slot, it says Estus +1. So now it heals more. This is good. Now we can go get another Estus booster early, but because I decided to cuck myself by already consuming all my humanity, I'm not gonna risk it. To be honest, it's just not worth it. But now we have this elevator, we can go back up to Undead Burg. Or actually, no, it's Undead Parish, not Burg. As you see the staircase down there, we will come back for that later. So we're about to get chased, but we're going to ignore them. Just run over here. Now you can hear the banging. You're like, oh, well, that sounds like someone hitting something. Oh, so that's a bonfire phantom. They're not actually there. They're just other players who were within this area near the same time. But that banging right there is very important because that is Andre. He will be your blacksmith for a good chunk of the game. And we're also going to buy some stuff.
I'm Andre, if you're a...
So we're going to... First off, we're going to learn his gesture because we want to learn the gesture. And then we're going to purchase his items. I forget how many we need. Is it 9? We'll get some of his other stuff later,
Don't get yourself neither.
But I'm already a thief and I've been doing bleed, so we're gonna go to the Uchi Katana because why not, I guess. Now, how many do we have? We should have like 11 or so. Well, I need one more.
You need it.
Anyway, so we're going to go to reinforced weapon. That is not a weapon, that is shields. So we need Titanite shards to reinforce. So we're going to upgrade. 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 And yes, you need 9 to upgrade. Okay, so I did my math right. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I like having to like deal with like Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and just like having to remember everything. So now we have actually a upgraded weapon. It's a +5 Uchi, which is pretty good. Not really any problems there. We're gonna run over here real quick. So this is Sin's Fortress. This is a major roadblock for a lot of people. We're just gonna pretend like it doesn't exist right now, but we're here for Sigurd. He's our homeboy. Man is spitting. So, I kind of screwed the pooch right there. What I wanted to do was kill him before he could do what he just did. Watch out for his trident. So this is a Chancellor. If you see these like blue aura on these guys, that's because they have been buffed by his retard dance. No one likes that dance. But he himself does not get buffed, and he himself is not dead. You can actually farm his weapon. I didn't get the drop here. He only spawns once this time, but he can drop it more. Hello. Watch out for these Buckler Knights. They will riposte you, and depending on your health, that could instantly be a one-shot. We'll be right there in a second. So these guys in these barrels, right? If you see a barrel with a dude in it, it has an item. This one has humanities, I believe. Yes. Just run over here. We're gonna kick down the door. You didn't actually have to kick it. You could do whatever you want. You could just to break it. Just I kicked it because it looks cool. This is Lautrec. He's an asshole. He kills people for their humanity. That's the lore, really. You can get his armor and his what we call the FAP ring, the ring of favor and protection, which boosts your health, your stamina, and your equip load. So it is a very hefty ring, but it comes at a price. You can't unequip it once it's on, because if you do, it will break the ring.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
So, that ring, the master key, we can open the door. Which you need to get from that area that we would have otherwise skipped if we did not go through the boar. Now, by the way, that area, you don't actually have to kill the boar to do that. You can just run into the bottom, or the basement area, and then go up from there. They can't follow you, or the boar at least can't. He's too big to fit down the corridor, so you'll be safe in there.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. I've just been freed.
Anyways, Lautrec can help you with certain bosses. Supposedly he can help you with this one, this is the Bell Gargoyles, as FYI, if you don't know, or about to go fight, which will be the conclusion of our second episode, is the Bell Gargoyles. There is a item over here. Fairly decent soul cluster. That's pretty nice. And just want to go up here. I have a decent amount of Estus. I also am human because if you see my humanity by my health bar, it's white. When it has that white aura around it, that means you're human. Which also means we can do this. So we talked to Solaire, and we can summon him for this fight. Solaire is the G. His lightning bolts are to not be fucked with. Solaire is useful in most fights that you can summon him. There's one that I don't think he's all that great in, and I'll explain that later, but that'll come at a different time. Okay. Ow. So, what you want to do in this fight is target his tail. Which I would do if you'd stop backing up. There we go. Now that I've targeted his tail, I get his tail axe, which is an item that you can only get by cutting the tail. Solaire killed the other one. we're just gonna go ahead and kill this one. So we're kind of overpowered. We have a +5 Uchi, which is very strong for this area of the game. But how that's supposed to go is you get the first one, which is the one on the left. He's gonna jump down. You have to fight him, and he's gonna have full health. And once you get him to about half, the other one's gonna jump down, and that one's gonna spawn with half health. So you're gonna have 2 half health gargoyles to fight. One uses melee attacks mostly, and the other one is using range, which is its fire breath, as you saw there. This is a roadblock for some people. I just say get good. I don't tell you. It's not difficult. Obviously, I have boosted health, so I didn't really have to worry about anything, but it's still not that hard of a fight, realistically, especially if you get like a really strong early game weapon, like a Black Knight weapon, or using the Claymore, the Y-hander. You should be fine. So we want to come up here, ring this bell. We're going to play this cutscene. That cutscene's actually made even better if you make this your second bell you ring, because right over there is Sin's Fortress, where is our Onion Boy. And what'll happen is there'll be a giant that'll spawn on top to pull up the gate that's being blocked. And so you can kind of see it, so it's like it's kind of like a 2-part cutscene in that case. And it looks really cool, so it's just kind of a better way to do it, but this is how most people will play through the game. So it's just how it is. This is Oswald. He's a creepy ass looking motherfucker. He is so pale he looks like a mannequin underneath. That is not a mask he's wearing, that is actually his face. The thing on his head, that is his helmet, but his skin is just that pasty.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Careem, the Pug. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
Anyways, we're gonna learn his gesture. So, absolution is essentially if you ever upset an NPC, like you accidentally attacked them, and they're mad at you, you can come here and you can pay him souls. It's about 20,000, I believe, to basically restore your friendship with them, so you can reset your NPCs that aren't mad at you. I think it's 20k per absolution, so you can literally piss off every single NPC in the game, and that 120,000 should do it. I could be wrong there. I've never done it. I don't purposely try to kill my NPCs unless I'm about a new game plus, but yeah. He has purging stones, which are the things you'll need if you get cursed. These indictments, if someone invades you, you can basically be kind of annoying and say he bullied me or some shit. I don't know. I don't use them. Karmic Justice is a miracle. Essentially, if you get hit 5 times within a certain time period, I think it's like within 3 seconds, you will explode. Like you will explode and you'll do a bunch of damage to everything around you. Not to yourself, but everything around you, but you have to get hit 5 times consecutively within a very short time frame for it to work. It's actually really cool, especially if you're playing against spammers. It's a really fun spell. So this talisman is for casting miracles, but the weird part is it scales in intellect, which means it's meant for sorceries, but it scales in faith, so it's interesting. This is Blood Bite Ring that can increase your bleed. He also has the Poison Bite Ring, which can increase your poison resistance, so these are just how those work. Ring of Sacrifice, when you die, you won't lose your souls. So, that's a useful tool, especially if you have a decent amount on you. Not really not something we're actually worried about, just because we don't plan on dying, like, at all. So, we should be fine. We're just gonna not do that. Almost walked off the edge there. Wah. Wah. Also, something else I want to mention while we're moving. So this right here is a sunlight medal. This is a covenant item for the Sun Bros. You need, I believe, 30 of them to get the first 2 tiers and the sunlight covenant. Well, actually, no, I think you need 10 because I think you get your sunlight bolts immediately, and then you need 10. You need to spend 10 to get your great sunlight bolts, sunlight spheres, and when you get your great ones, it also unlocks the ability for you to use the final boss of the game. You can use his boss soul to craft the sunlight spears. So let's just another key warning: if you didn't know what that was, you probably do if you're watching this, because most people who've watched this game probably have beaten it 100 times. No one's actually watching a blind playthrough, especially one that's going to be glitched. So yeah, that's that. That's the first bell. We're gonna go through Darkroot next, but that'll be in the next episode. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back.